Hey, Alicia here. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do the rapid fire book tag. Yo. So the rapid fire book tag was a book tag created by Girl Reading, and this is basically just a really fun list of questions where you answer them without really thinking about it too hard. You just kind of list the first thing that comes to your head in all of these book related questions. This is not a new book tag. It's been around for a few years, but I haven't been around for a few years, so I thought I would just go ahead and do it. No one tagged me in it, but who even cares? Here we come. So I haven't really thought about these questions at all. I haven't even read all of them, to be honest. So we'll just go through the list of questions. Hopefully, I won't have to edit this video at all. Let's just try and not even edit this video at all and just go right into these questions. Question 1. Ebook or physical book? I assume that's what I prefer reading. I definitely prefer reading physical books. I have nothing against ebooks. It's just, I don't love them. I find that when I'm holding like a tablet or looking at something on a screen, it makes me really sleepy. So I can't really get into it. I just love that tactile feel and smell of a physical book. I'm all about that phys book. Paperback or hardback? Definitely paperback. I love the way a hardcover looks on the shelf, but I don't like reading them at all. They hurt my limp little wrists. So I'm all about that floppy book I can throw in my purse and not even worry about. Online or in-store book shopping? Oh, definitely in-store. If like back when we were allowed to leave the house, going to thrift stores was the only thing that I did. So I love thrifting for a good find. Thrifting for the treasure. Trilogies or series? I mean, isn't a trilogy a series? So if I just said series, wouldn't that cover off everything? Yeah. We cheat here. So that's what we do. I'm going to pick series. Heroes or villains? I assume which is the one that I prefer reading about. I don't know. I love a good hero. I love a good villain. I love it when like the villain becomes the hero or the hero becomes the villain. So we don't judge. I like all those. I like all those pals. A book you want everyone to read. Maybe The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. That is an exceptional book. I just raved about it for like a whole year after I read it. And am I like the only person in the entire world that actually preferred The Goldfinch to The Secret History? I see so much on BookTube about The Secret History just being like a darling in BookTube, and I mean, like, I almost didn't like that book. I just didn't find it compelling at all, but maybe that's just me. Definitely The Goldfinch. Recommend an underrated book. I don't know if it's underrated, but I definitely love and don't hear enough about Obscura by Jo Hart. It is a science fiction lost in space horror thriller about a woman who is like going through drug withdrawals on a spaceship. And it is absolutely terrifying and an absolute 5-star read. And I don't really hear a lot of people talking about it. So, Obscura. The last book you finished. Oh, I just finished Audition by Ryu Murakami. I finished that at lunch today, and that book took a twisty turn at the end. We will go through that one at my May wrap up. The last book I bought. Was The Crimson Labyrinth by Yusuke Kishi. I found out that my independent bookseller in my community, you could buy books and they would deliver them to you. So, support your local business. The Crimson Labyrinth is about a man who goes on to like an extreme reality game show called like the Mars Labyrinth. And it is a horror. So, love me some game show horror. Woo! Weirdest thing you've used as a bookmark? Uh, I don't know. Like I just throw anything in a book. Like I use bookmarks. I'll use paper. I'll use trash. And if I don't have that, I'm not opposed to dog urine. So I mean, I don't think I've ever put anything like that's gonna damage the book into the book as a bookmark. I don't know. Maybe I'm not an adventurous bookmark person. I don't know. Oh well. Used books, yes or no? Oh, definitely yes. Like the majority of the books that I own are secondhand. Whoa, thrifted. Top 3 favorite genres: horror, literary fiction, science fiction, fantasy. I don't really know the difference between those. I don't really know the difference in my ranking. Those ones are pretty much the same. Borrow or buy? Well, I do love buying books. I mean, I got a problem with that, but I also love borrowing books. I love being a patron to my local library. I have 9 books out right now from the library, so definitely love libraries, and I definitely love borrowing books from friends. I definitely love lending books to friends, though I do know that when you lend a book to a friend, you're pretty much saying goodbye to that book forever. But I love borrowing. I love buying. I love lending. Characters or plot? I assume that's which is more important to me in a book. Um, Probably characters. I think I could read a book with a shitty plot if it had compelling characters, but I don't know if I would, and I don't know if I would like that as much, or if I would like as much a book with a amazing plot but shitty characters. I would find it less easy to read. I don't know if that made any sense, but I'm choosing characters. Long or short books? Ah, I don't judge. I love them all. I love long books. I love short books. I mean, I love short stories, so I definitely love a shorty, but I also love a thick pal. I love them. I love books. Long or short chapters? Oh, this is where I judge. I hate long chapters. I mean, I don't hate long chapters, but if I had a choice between long chapters or short chapters, I definitely love short chapters because they give you natural places to pause and stop. Like if I'm about to open a book that I realize has no chapters, that's I definitely have a bit of an issue. I definitely got a thing. I would definitely have a thing with that. Name the first 3 books you can think of, and I assume this is one books that I haven't already mentioned. So, Kin by Keelan Patrick Burke. Haven't read that yet. Exhalation by Ted Chiang. Haven't read that yet. The Troop by Nick Cutter. And I have read that. That's a good one. Books that make you laugh or cry. I mean, I love books that make me laugh. I love books that make me cry. But if I'm going to pick one, like which one I like more, probably books that make me cry. I am a very indulgent reader, so I love going into something that I know is going to make me feel hyper emotional. I love it. I love that. Our world or fictional worlds? I mean, probably I love fantasy and science fiction, and I love being in alternate worlds, but I also do like being in our worlds. But I also would like our world with like a weird speculative twist. Could we do like a speculative, like fantastical elements, science fiction elements in our world? And if I'm reading horror, I want it to be our world because I want it to seem like a real thing. I want to be spooked in the real. Audiobooks, yes or no? Yeah, I discovered audiobooks within the last year, and I love them. I love going for a walk, listening to my book, walking down the street, listening to something super great, and nobody else knows what's going on. I love audiobooks. I only really listen to audiobooks when I'm like walking about, or like walking home or walking down the street. I don't really listen to an audiobook if I'm at home. If I'm at home, I will read a physical book. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? Yeah, I've never bought a book because of its cover exclusively. I'm a little bit more discerning than that. but I definitely have like not wanted to read something because it had an ugly cover. And then that was probably a mistake because it was probably an amazing book. But I can definitely see in the past where I might have not read something because of the cover. But I don't think I've ever specifically read something because of the cover. So puzzle that one out. Book to movie or book to TV adaptations? Which one do I prefer? I feel like in terms of what I would like to see, book to TV adaptation, I feel like allows more room to like flesh out a plot well. So I feel like a lot of horror gets adapted straight to movies, so I'm totally cool with that. But I feel like there are more opportunities with a book to TV adaptation. So without even giving any sort of examples, I'm just going to pick that one. A movie or a TV show you preferred to its book. So I feel like this is another very unpopular opinion. But I didn't even love it, but I definitely preferred the movie Bird Box to the book Bird Box, because I don't know what world I'm on that is different than the rest of the people in the world, but I hated Bird Box. I didn't think there was anything good about that book, and I did not understand the hype at all. I apologize to anybody if that is a book that you love. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I really didn't like the book Bird Box. And I watched the movie kind of being like, this is going to be just as bad. And the movie was better than the book in my experience. And I don't know. I'm sorry to whomever loves that book. I just really, I didn't. Series or standalones? Maybe standalones. I love series and I love continuing in series, but I can't read books one after another. Even if I have all of the books in the series, I will go to other books in between the books. So I think I just have some sort of internal resistance towards series. Even though I love finishing it, I love experiencing all there is to experience in that world. Sometimes I just want a quick and dirty standalone and just have it be done with. So there's the rapid fire book tag. Let me know if you agree with or disagree with any of these questions. I will list all of the questions down below, so you can let me know your answers to these questions. And hopefully you got to know me a little bit better as a reader. I feel like this is a cool alternative to doing just like the straight up newbie booktuber tag. You can learn a little bit more about me. So yeah. Until next time. See you, pals.